In today's world, one of the most common causes for suicides is depression. And a very big cause for depression can also be insecurities that people have. I think it's pretty fair to say that every young person nowadays is insecure about at least one thing about themselves. And whether that's a physical insecurity, for example, the shape of your nose or maybe your weight, or a mental insecurity when you feel like the black sheep of the friend group or even your family, you can always do something about it.
And I'm here to help you.
If you think about it, being insecure started being more of a thing only about recently. I mean, did you ever consider how insecure a random shoemaker's son was 200 years ago because he didn't feel pretty? Your answer to that was probably no. And I mean, even if he was, it didn't really matter back then, did it? Plus, the insecurity probably wasn't nearly as big compared to what it would have been if he was born 20 years ago instead of 200. Back then, you could only compare yourself to like the 100 people that lived in your village, and that's it. And even among the 100 people, the chances of there being someone who's really attractive and also around his age are
very, very slim.
Therefore, he wasn't comparing himself to like 10 out of 10 people who we see on the internet every day today. And if you don't know any better, you might start feeling really uncomfortable in your own skin and fall down a deep black pill rabbit hole, which is very hard to get out of. And if you even consider that, then no wonder everyone's so depressed and insecure about themselves in today's society. A thing you can do is you can try to look at the people around you and just look at their features and check if you would even want to switch your features for theirs. If you feel like, for example, your eyes are quite decent looking and you look at someone else's eyes, and then you might realize your eyes are better looking than theirs, so that might make you feel a little more satisfied, just focus on the positive things. That aside, you should realize that the people you interact with every day might not even notice the things that you're so insecure about. Maybe tomorrow just go up to one of your friends and ask them what they're insecure about. Chances are you haven't noticed that before, ever. I used to be insecure about the shape of my nose in the past, and then again, to you, my nose might look completely normal. I stopped worrying once I realized that worrying is pointless. Someone smart once said, if you can't change it, why worry? And if you can't, why worry? That being said, if you, for example, consider yourself fat, you can still change that. The only thing you need to do is to believe in yourself. Worrying will do more harm than good anyway. My waist also used to be a big problem for me around 6 months ago. I thought it looked too wide and I really beat myself up about it. I tried to build my way around the insecurity. Well, I really started working on my shoulders so the waist would look smaller in comparison. And it worked. My nose and waist aside, I was really quite an insecure kid. My looks in general used to bother me, especially my face. But then I decided to get on self-improvement and try to become the best version of myself. I mean, I clearly look better than I did back then. But I still have a long way to go. And I believe if you truly put your mind to something, you can actually do it.
I mean, if it's possible.
Sorry. The only thing you should remember is there is always something you can do. You can always become a bit better. I believe in you. And if you put in the work, the rewards will come naturally.